Field in line for the first of 9. 4 furlong straight. Starter holds them. Heart of a Lion giving problems in gate 12. Doesn't seem to have settled yet. They're taking Heart of a Lion out. We'll see if Heart of a Lion will run. Watching Heart of a Lion. So Heart of a Lion not yet in. They're off. Minus Heart of a Lion, who will be a scratch. Zedai the Grey races near to us. So Ganga Jamuna now beginning to tack toward the center and drifting back again. As they sort themselves out, Schlesinger is racing over on the far side, tacking toward the middle of the track. So Ganga Jamuna showing speed along with Schlesinger and the Grey Zedai nearest to us. These are the 3 top contenders. April Spirit racing in behind them. Fiery Path is now coming with a run right against the near side stand fence. Matriarch racing over on the far side. It's Ganga Jamuna running quickly. Schlesinger now applying some pressure just to the inside of that one. Zedai racing nearest to us along with Fiery Path, but they charge inside the final 16th. It is Ganga Jamuna who has that lead under Tyrese Anderson. Zedai trying to cut into it but can't. So Ganga Jamuna wins it over Zedai. Then Fiery Path, Schlesinger, and on the far side in 5th, that's April Spirit.
In the winners enclosure, the unofficial winner of race number 1, number 10, Sir Ganga Jamuna. A 6-year-old bay horse by legal process, Lady Rakwale by Gold Alert, bred Henry William Jagai ODJP, owner 7 furlong the trip. Best of luck on all your wagers. Solace is part of the way in, now goes in. And I think we're ready for a start. This is race number 2. Started holding the runners. They're off and racing. Came out in a nice line as Monster Vigorous and Papidon mixing up on the front end. Right, it's Papidon in front of Monster Vigorous. Coming down on the outside, that's Successful Man. They're 3 lengths away before we come to Valley of Love. Then comes a Security Code, and racing at the back of the field, that's Solace. They head toward the 5, and it is Successful Man and Papidon. These two glued together going toward the 4. They're about 3 lengths in front of Monster Vigorous racing in 3rd. Then comes a Valley of Love. Just behind that one, we find Security Code, and still racing at the back of the field, that's Solace. They leave the 4 and head toward the 3, and Papidon now makes his intention clear. Papidon kicks away by 4 lengths. Successful Man is not answering that one. Coming on the inside and coming around, that's Monster Vigorous. Papidon in front. Monster Monster Vigorous is looking and coming forward encouragingly. It's Papidon still in front. Monster Vigorous is really traveling nicely on the outside. Papidon still in front with a lot in hand, coming to the top of the lane. It's Papidon in front. Monster Vigorous is trying to hold, trying to come on, also coming on the inside. That's Valley of Love. It is Papidon still in front. Monster Vigorous still pestering, coming to the furlong pole. Papidon in front, and Papidon trying to get away from Monster Vigorous, who is still niggling. It's Papidon in front. Monster Vigorous is still chasing in second, but Papidon has done enough with the champion jockey, Radish the Seeky Fox Roman. Papidon beats Monster Vigorous. Then comes Valley of Love. Solace runs on to be fourth. Roger, the unofficial winner of race number 2, number 5, Papidon, a 4-year-old bay colt by Sensational Slam, Sparkling Michaela by Western Classic, Red Michael Kennedy, own Lawrence McKinley, Train Greg Fennell, the winning rider, the champion jockey, the Sneaky Fox Radish Roman, the groom Nicholas Green. Second, a number 3, Monster Vigorous. A third, number 1, Valley of Love. And fourth, number 2, Solace. Final time for 7 furlongs, 131 and 1.
Field line, 5.5 furlongs. Starter ready. They're off for the dash. Honor Prince staggers out at the back, giving away several lengths as the leaders now go dashing past the 5. American Aviator going for that lead. Rico right alongside. They're tied together in a knot as they make their way now toward the final half of a mile, and now American Aviator flies away and gets that lead by some 4 lengths, opening up all the time as they lead the 7/16. Rico in chase. My Eclipse races on the outside of Princess Chris, a gap of 4 lengths back to Honor Prince, now moving ahead of the trailer. That's Mighty Gully as they leave the 5/16th, about to come into the lane, and American Aviator on the tender handling has that lead. A huge one, too. At the top of the lane, it's American Aviator and Robert Halladine leading up. Rico needs to find maybe 4. My Eclipse getting the stick toward the outside, but it is American Aviator continuing to hold the advantage, and now Halladine calls for the right-hand stick as Rico begins to bear down on the outside. It's American Aviator with the lead. Rico, the danger, but no more. American Aviator comes away to win by maybe 3 over. Rico, then My Eclipse and Honor Prince fourth.
In the winners' enclosure, the unofficial winner of race number 3, number 2, American Aviator. A 3-year-old dark bay or brown colt by American Freedom. Mark's Miss by Mark Valesky. Bred Breverton C. Jones. Own Elizabeth DaCosta and Everdeen Reeves. Conditioned by the champion trainer Jason DaCosta, the winning rider Robert Hardball Halladine, the groom Terence Bloomfield. Second, number 4, Rico. A third, number 5, My Eclipse, and fourth, number 6, Honor Prince. Final time for 5.5 furlongs, 107 and 3. So we wait on Pineapple. Currently at 5-2 in the betting. Well fancied. Pineapple goes in. 1 mile the trip and we're ready. Ready for a start. They're off and racing. Lucy in the Sky gets away quickly along with Kellen. Also rushing up against the rail, that's Pineapple. Midnight Galaxy is in the mix as they head toward the 7, and it is Pineapple now assumes the lead. Pineapple, Midnight Galaxy, and Lucy in the Sky. These three are right in a virtual line. Just behind them, about 2 lengths or so, that is She's Adorable. Then comes Design Diva. Kellen follows. Behind Kellen, that's the General. Another 2 before we come to Never. 6 lengths before we come to The Love of God, and racing at the back of the field, that's Tequila Flight. They head towards the 4, and the war continues. Pineapple against the rail, right there too, just on the outside. That's Midnight Galaxy, 2 lengths away before we come to Lucy in the Sky. She's Adorable, tracks them in 4th. Then comes a Design Diva right against the rail. Kellen now joined on the inside by the General, also coming on. That's Never. They're coming to the 2.5 for a long point, and it's still a war up front. These are going at it right against the rail now. Lucy in the Sky could have assumed the lead. In the middle, that's Pineapple. Out wide, that's Midnight Galaxy there at the top of the lane, and still 3 in a line. Still on the inside, Lucy in the Sky. Pineapple not quitting out in the middle. Also coming on widest of all, that's the General. It is Lucy in the Sky in front, coming to the furlong pole. Just the leader from Pineapple. The General running on too, and just behind them, that's Midnight Galaxy. Lucy in the Sky begins to get loose of these. It's Lucy in the Sky and Robert Hallidine. He'll have a second on the card, and it's a second for the champion trainer. Lucy in the Sky goes home to win by about 2 lengths. The General second. Then comes Pineapple. Midnight Galaxy. Kellen runs on for 5th. In the winners enclosure, the unofficial winner of race number 4, number 9, Lucy in the Sky. 4-year-old Bay Filly by Liquidity. Tappa Bay. Yankee by Tappet. Red Weiss 1955 Limited. Owned Elizabeth DaCosta, conditioned by the champion trainer. For 2 on the day, Jason DaCosta, the winning rider. And that was a fine ride from Robert Hardball Hallidine, the groom Kevon.
John P. went in earlier, and now we wait on Tap It Good to load at 8. Starter moving to his position as Tap It Good comes into 8, hesitates a bit, and now loads. Field of 9 for the 5th. 5 furlongs round. Starter ready. They're off. Dodge the Slink has an awful beginning left at the back. Cappuccino gets off quickly, Salad chasing, Best Daughter-in-Law on the outside of Unruly Dude. Special Gift races next. John P. asked to make progress widest of them all as they leave the half-mile marker. Behind those, toward the outside, a Rusty making up some ground as they charge away now toward the final 3. Turn on the Light races up with that bunch. A breakback to King Air left out of it. Sticky Don races up next, then Duke of Springs and Dodge's Link now beginning to recover as they have turned for home. It is Special Gift out in front. Best Daughter-in-Law now traveling well on the outside. These two battling for it. Cappuccino is near the rail. Turn on the Light or right against it. Rusty races with that group, but it is Special Gift opening up a bit. Special Gift, a crack or two of the right-hand stick. Cappuccino trying to close up. Here is Unruly Dude now beginning to fly late. Special Gift driven flat to the boards. Unruly Dude sprouting wings in the end. It's close. Could be Unruly Dude. Close between Special Gift and Cappuccino. Then Turn on the Light and Rusty. We have claims in the fifth event. Number 5, Dodge This Link. 2 submitted, Greg Fennell for himself. Greg Fennell claims Dodge This Link. 5 claims submitted for number 6, Unruly Dude. Ryan Williams for Rosdor. Ryan Williams claims Unruly Dude for a run.
And the winners enclosure, the unofficial winner of race number 5 and number 6, Unruly Dude. The 6-year-old bay horse by Burn Identity. Wonder Girl by Stormcraft. Bred Karen Prasad. Owned True Friends. Trained Marvin Campbell, the winning rider. It's 2 on the day for the champion jockey. Radish the Sneaky Fox Roman. The groom Owen Stewart. Second, number 9, a special gift. Third, number 1, Cappuccino. Fourth, number 7, Turn on the Light. And the fifth, number 11, Rusty. Final counting around goes in. 5.5 furlong the trip. Best of luck with all your wagers. Start to holding them. Cruising again, the culprit, rider standing in the gate. You'll have a seat once again. Ready this time. Start to not quite satisfy. What's happening? Could be still cruising again. Taking a fuss in the gate. They're off and racing. Cruising again gets a good start. Xylophonic Steel is early. Just on the outside of those, that's Shawama, the Butcher, Joe Blaine, rushing down into it along with Epic. Just behind them, that's Powerhofer Highness, coupling up nicely and going down. That's Waterman John. Then comes Beautiful Moon, Jet Ski Girl. Right on the inside of Jet Ski Girl, that is he stands alone just on the outside. That's clowning around, and left at the back of the field, that's Sicario Man. They head toward the 3 and making the running. That is cruising again. Just the leader from Shawama the Butcher. These two hook up on that lead. Watching them from third and looking dangerous. That's Waterman John out wide and coming around. Job Lane, they're at the top of the lane, and it is Shawami the Butcher cruising again right there too. Waterman John, watch Job Lane looking purposeful in the middle of the track, but it is still making the running. It is Shawami the Butcher cruising again, is right there too. Here comes Powerhofer Highness forcing between horses, and now Powerhofer Highness gets the power and comes on through. It's Powerhofer Highness in front and begins to pull away. Ian Spence and Powerhofer Highness beats cruising again. Then comes Shawami the Butcher, got tight for fourth, could either beat Xylophonic Steel or Waterman John for fourth. In the winners enclosure, the unofficial winner of race number 6, number 5, Power of Her Highness. A 5-year-old bay mare by Keita Power. Her Royal Highness by Traditional. Bred Aston Marsh. Owned and trained Paul Hilton, the winning rider. Ian Spence, the groom. Kenneth Mulling, second. Number 9, Shawami the Butcher, fourth.
Warsaw is in. McLean is up. Field in 9 for the 7th of 9. 6 furlongs. They're off. Fair start. Fearless Force just misses it, left at the back. Mac and Rome shows good speed, so too Warsaw down against the rail. These two battling for it. Prince Saman right there, a close-up third. Magnificent Force rushing up, and these 4 in a tight cluster. Allegiance watches them just about 4 lengths off that lead. Fearless Force now beginning to recover, and Riches to Rags races at the back. but they're rolling with a chance as they leave the half mile, and the split should increase. And Mackenroom now moves away by a length. Warsaw right there running fast on the rail, and these two now eye to eye as they approach the 3. Magnificent Force needs to find 3 with Prince Aman. Allegiance needs to find maybe 6. Fearless Force is in behind a further 2 lengths back, and the trailing the field remains. Riches to rags as they come thundering into the top of the lane. Mackenroom in the green silks just the leader. Warsaw down against the rail, but had to be switched as Mackenroom dived down toward the fence, but they run toward the furlong pole. It is Mackenroom in the green silks continuing to lead. Fearless Force now trying to close upon the rail. Allegiance is kicking in on the outside, but it is Mackenroom with the advantage from Fearless Force and Allegiance. Mackenroom beginning to tie up. Here is Fearless Force kicking in. Mackenroom and Fearless Force just does it over Mackenroom. Allegiance is third, close between Riches to Rags, Magnificent Force, and Prince Aman. Madeline Sunshine in at 5, and Supremacy at 6 to 5. Loads at 8. Field in line for the Alan E. Billy Williams Memorial Trophy. This is Division 1, 7 furlongs. Starter ready. They're off for the Billy Williams. Mr. Senator, Madeline Sunshine, they came out beat slow. Banadura now grabs an early lead. Supremacy racing down the outside of Get a Pepsi now, who moves up to challenge Banadura for that lead as they lead the 6. Supremacy kept just off those splits. Madeline Sunshine beginning to motor on the rail. California Gold is just in behind them. Stomp the Rhythm out wide. 5 lengths separates that group of horses as they go flashing past the 5. Mr. Senator races second from the back and further and beyond just last. About to arrive at the half mile in the Alan Billy Williams Memorial. Get a Pepsi and Banadura, they exchange blows. On the rail, that's Madeline Sunshine. Supremacy waiting in between horses. California Gold in the green racing out wide. Stomp the Rhythm has gotten a bit closer with Further and Beyond, and Mr. Senator now beginning to tail off as they go flashing past the 3 and make their way now toward the 7, 16th. It's a Get a Pepsi down near the rail. Banadura right alongside. They come into that lane. Supremacy is in between horses. Madeline Sunshine is down against the rail, but they drive inside the final 3, 16th. Get a Pepsi with the lead. Supremacy taken off the fence. Further and Beyond now begins to roll on the outside. It's a Get a Pepsi. Supremacy now trying to challenge Get a Pepsi with that lead. Supremacy now beginning to edge closer. A 16th to run. It is Get a Pepsi. Here is Supremacy now moving well on the outside, but Get a Pepsi looks to have won it over Supremacy. Then Further and Beyond, Mr. Senator. Banadura is 5th.
Pepsi, a 6-year-old a chestnut horse by Blue Pepsi Lodge. Get Up, Stand Up by Tracking. Bred Keithon Howard. Owned Jacqueline Ebanks Clark and Okila Hottie. Trade. Final one, Neo Star to gate 5. Neo Star goes in, and we are ready for the 9th and final. They're off and racing. Mamma Mia rushes through and gets that lead right there to the speedy Neo Star rushing down into it. So it's Mamma Mia and Neo Star. These are the two that's going at it. Mamma Mia just the leader. Just on the outside, a gift from Ben rushing down and goes into second. Neo Star right against the rail in third. Then comes rushing down into it. That is Sunny T and Chippy. Chocomo follows as they go past the 5. Then comes Cookie Day and Night right against the rail. Quaku. Divine Force is next. Money Miser and racing at the Whiskey, and there's one way out of it, and that is a Positive ID. They head toward the 3, and just the leader, Mamma Mia. In front, rushing down on the outside. That is Sanity and Chippy. Neo Star is still there, backing out of it a bit. That is a gift from Ben coming on. That's Quaker there at the top of the lane. And it is still Mamma Mia in front. Neo Star coming back on the inside for more. Sonity and Chippy left back. It's Neo Star on the inside, worrying Mamma Mia all the time. Mamma Mia still in front. Neo Star is right there. They're at the furlong pole. Mamma Mia gritty on that lead. Neo Star digging in. Mamma Mia is in front. Neo Star trying to get there, but Mamma Mia begins to go away. And it's 3 for Robert Hardball Adidine. It's 3 for the champion trainer, Jason DaCosta. Mamma Mia beats Neo Star. Then comes Sonity and Chippy, Cookie Day and Night, and Divine Force back in 5th. Three-timer for the champion trainer, Jason DaCosta. The winning rider also has 3. Robert Hardball Anadine, the groom Cristo Anthony. Second, number 5, Neo Star. Third, number 2, Sunny T and Chippy. Fourth, number 11, Cookie Day and Night. And fifth, number 3, Divine Force. Final time for 7 furlongs, 126 and 1.